wanna say put your hands in the air and walk your better hands in the air. Reach for the sky. Signal left, signal right. Show me the eye. Hands on your waist. Do what you like. Walk it up, walk it up, walk it up, walk it up. Give it a try. Do you know about walking? Do you know about walking? Walk together. Walk together. What you know about walking? What you know about walking? Walk together. Walk together. Put your hand in the air and walk it. Put your hand on your head and walk it. Put your hand on your waist and walk it. We walking, walk together. Walk together. I tell you, do what Bugsy say. Walk.
Alright, who is Kay.Lvoe?
My gosh. Okay. So how could I answer that? Well, Kay.Lvoe is like, it's me, or like the dance version of me. That's not obviously my real name. My real name doesn't even start with a K, so don't ask me.
Really?
It doesn't.
I really thought you was part of the K family. Oh,
the middle letter in my full name is a K. So.
Okay, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Alright, so what is your full name?
Shakoya.
Shakoya, okay, nice.
Don't tell nobody.
Okay, but we on camera though.
I mean, you gotta cut it out. I just edit it out.
Seriously? Do you want me to? Seriously?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay, good, because I'm not.
So Kay.Lvoe is basically the dance version of me. When I started it, I just wanted to be based on my dance career, my dance life,
Nice.
My perspective of dance, the way I view it, and mostly the Caribbean culture and how I wanted to incorporate that into like my own page and just have that be the forefront of it.
Nice.
Basically.
Awesome. So your Instagram name is spelled Kay.Lvoe. So tell us about that.
It's simple. Really just, I really don't want any numbers. I don't know why, because I could have just been Kay.Lvoe
Right.
1 or 2
Right.
on my birthday or something.
Right.
I don't know why I didn't want any numbers, and I just like it to be Kay.Lvoe. And honestly, you ever seen those little paragraphs where they mix up all the letters, but you still read it fluently?
Yeah.
Like back in the day, you used to. Yes, I was like, nobody's gonna think of anything of it. They're just gonna say love, and people really did.
Yeah, I mean, when I say I'm like Kay.Lvoe, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's Kay.Lvoe.
Right. Or some people call me like Miss Lavaux.
Lavaux?
Yeah. They both work.
That's cool.
Lavaux gonna be my bougie.
Yeah, Lavaux. Yes. Okay, so how long have you been dancing?
I have been dancing for forever.
Yeah.
I was like low-key raised in Fancy Feet, but only for like a year or two because my mom, she just was like, she didn't really want to keep going with it. So I just looked for different outlets, whether it was after-school programs that were free or anything like that, mostly in school.
Yeah.
So I've been pretty much dancing for as long as I could remember.
Nice.
Even in like high school, like captain, MVP, all of that stuff. So I've been dancing forever. For as long as I can remember.
Awesome. So what genres of dance do you do?
Do I I dibble and dabble everywhere. Like I just like to be able to learn and learn new movement and learn new dynamics of dance. So I definitely, I do love house a lot.
Nice.
I enjoy Afrobeats. I do some modern. I do some ballet. Go throw a little contemporary in there once in a while.
Yeah.
Afro-Caribbean, top of the top. And I'm out here with my Spanish people, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm hitting a little salsa in my child.
A little Caesar.
You know, right?
A little Adobo. Just sprinkle that on there.
When I go out, I know how to keep up. You know what I'm saying? And I've actually studied Buto for a couple of months.
Nice.
I've done a whole lot of things.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I'm always open to new dance and new everything. I've tried, except for partner dance.
Oh.
Can't catch me with that.
But you said partner dance?
Yeah, like waltz and all
Oh,
that.
yeah,
No,
okay. That's not
that
your
ain't me.
All right. So, what's your favorite genre of dance to do?
My favorite.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm like improving, I love to hit some modern.
Mm.
If I am obviously expressing my culture, it's gonna be Afro-Caribbean straight away. And yeah, mostly those two.
Okay.
If I'm gonna do anything, it'll be out of those two.
Nice. Okay. So, what would you say is like the most rewarding thing to you about being a dancer?
I mean, I've gotten a chance to work with children, so I think that's like where I get most of my enjoyment from. Like, you know, especially little boys, they do not like to dance.
Right.
So when I get them like involved and I see them actually trying to learn something, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it. That's all me.
Yeah.
But other than that, I really just do love entertaining and being. I ain't gonna hold you. Dancers like as much as dancers act like they don't like attention, we love attention.
We love it.
I do like the tension in that spotlight.
Right.
So it's between the love of the kids and just having a place where I can release and just be my whole self, if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because I don't feel like talking for real. Like, y'all never catch me.
And that's why I had to catch you. I'm like,
Y'all never catch me giving a whole seminar.
Well, here we go. This is what we're doing. So, do you see yourself as a choreographer as well?
I do, definitely.
Okay. Awesome.
I've been choreographing since I want to say like I was in like middle school, like 20. Oh wait, when I was about to lie.
Do the math.
It was like 07.
Okay.
06, 07.
Yeah.
Where we was actually doing real choreo and actually putting on shows and stuff like that. And that's when I got into it a lot. And then even throughout high school, like I said, I was like team captain. I even stayed I didn't stay in high school. I went back after I graduated to help with choreography. And then that whole love of it grew. And when I went to college I graduated from there with a bachelor's in dance.
Nice.
And there is when I really like opened up and I was like, oh, like, you know, these are like the different ways to do it.
Yeah.
And once I learned, that's when I took Afro-Caribbean for the first time. It was like changed my whole life completely.
Yeah. Nice. That's awesome. So as a choreographer, do you ever hit like a creative block where you're like, damn, I can't come up with choreography? And if so, how do you overcome that?
It depends on what it's for. So most of the time what I do now is I don't give myself enough time to choreograph. If that makes any sense.
I'm here with you. I'm so here with you.
If I give myself too much time, then I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what to think about, or like I just get so confused with myself that I'm just like, all right, if I give myself just a certain amount of time to get it done, I'm gonna just keep going because I don't have a choice at that point. Right. AKA procrastinator 101.
Here we go. Yes, I knew I felt you, my sister.
So that's basically what I do if I have creative block. But other than that, if I'm like trying to choreograph it to a particular song, I'll just change the song completely, or just change what I'm listening to at the time, create to that, and then like just circle back in that. So
nice. Okay.
That's usually what I try to do.
That's cool. So how do you stay true to your vision as a choreographer when others may be skeptical of your idea or what your vision may be? Or do you not give a shit?
I mean, because like I'm trying to think, and I'm like, I've done some different kind of choreo. Like I said, I'm a very well-rounded.
That happens.
I'm a very well-rounded dancer.
Yes.
So when I do create, I'm trying to always think of things that are kind of on the outside of what I usually do. So if anything, I'll just explain like where the movement is coming from. I mean, it's up to them to not agree, but who's really gonna disagree with the choreographer?
Yeah,
I don't know anybody who would. Like I haven't had that experience,
where
somebody challenged like,
well, I don't want to do that.
Right, like I've never had
get out.
So I really don't. I wouldn't know what to do in that situation.
Right.
Or if they're having trouble with the actual movement, then that's something different. Like you have to change it to make it look good.
Right.
At that point. But
Gotcha. And so, where do you find inspiration for your pieces?
Where? Usually, most of my choreography comes from things I can't do anyway. So I'm just modifying at that point. You think of something, you dream about something, you're like, yeah, I want to do that. I can't do that. Let me just modify the best way I know how. And this is nice. But no, I do watch, like I'm pretty sure all dancers follow dancers. So like I just pick up things from anywhere. It could be off TV, it could be off the internet.
Yeah.
I could just be watching a cartoon. Like it don't matter what's going on.
Yeah.
If I'm in a creative mood.
Right.
I'll definitely just think of anything, or if I do get stuck, I would actually go, like, say, watch the music video and see what kind of energy they would bring in for that particular song.
Nice.
Anything else I do? Or if I listen to the words and see like how I can incorporate that into my body. That's mostly where that information comes from.
Okay, cool. All right, so what is one of your biggest flaws? Tell the people this.
My biggest flaws?
Keep it real.
Procrastination. That is like the biggest, like most. I don't even know how to get it under control. You kind of procrastinators just want to deal with being procrastinators and find out the best way to not procrastinate so much, or to just be able to, like I said,
right. Because it's something you're so used to. You're just like, I don't know any other way.
So just being able to work under pressure, I guess it turns into something cool. At the time.
Yeah.
But definitely procrastinating. I gotta get it together.
Okay, cool. So tell us about a failure that you cherish the most.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know. A failure that I cherish the most.
I know that's a tough one.
I know. I'm trying to figure like what have I done that I just feel completely at.
And that made you a better person, better dancer, something that possibly didn't go your way. Any situations like that?
I'm like, do I consider that a failure? Do I consider that one?
I mean, maybe it won't be considered for you like an ultimate fail, but maybe it was like an adversity or an obstacle or something.
I think this might sound a little cheesy.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Like a failure to believe in my craft and to believe in what I do to push my brand further. So there's a lot of things I've wanted to do, and I've overcome the fear of doing them along the way. Right. But I think every time I doubt myself, that's a failure in my in me building my career and building my brand and just building myself as a person. I would have to say.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you for keeping it real. So, I believe you have over 26,000 followers, which is so awesome, and you built that like crazy fast. So tell us about that. Like, how did you build your following to where it is today?
Well, I think I started my page 3 years ago. That Kay.Lvoe page. I don't pay for that.
Okay.
This is my creeper page. Anyway. So 3 years ago, Kay.Lvoe was born, and then I just tried to try to create content and try to keep up with it. Before I was really I even danced 31 days straight at one time, just to kind of build a following, I look to what people are attracted to, and then I post a little bit more of that and try to still keep myself in it. Right. I would say I wanted my page to be more diverse than it is right now, but in the way that it's working, I'm pretty sure that like as I bring out old videos of me doing other types of choreography rather than just my waistline bleed life, then people start to appreciate the versatility more and stuff like that. But I just have to be in the mood to do all of that stuff again. Like when I first started, I had like so much energy. Now I'm like, do a video. Sometimes I'm just like, and during COVID, I don't know. I thought I would be like super happy to be just home and be having that time, but not when everybody's home, honestly. Before it was because nobody was home. That's why I did so much. But everybody's there. I'm like, you guys are always here. Wow. So that's where that turned into. But other than that, I would just say create content, and it's always going to be that one video that you never expect, because my page didn't go well. I was doing like little like lives and stuff like that, because COVID was just one of those things where we had to find entertainment, and after a while I just kind of got bored of watching. I wanted to be part of something, just not a part of like whatever, but just to like, even in these little Zoom parties that everybody was having, like it was just a good time to just be at home and on the internet. And so after the put your back in it video, that's where things just got like out of control. And it's so funny because I did everything wrong in that video. Like the cover photo was a hallway. I didn't brand the video. Like everything was just totally wrong.
That's usually the one that goes viral. The one that you really didn't plan for it to go viral.
And it was like so random. I was up at like 6 in the morning for no reason. And I was just like, well, because actually me and Nigel did a collaboration on that video.
Who's Nigel?
Nigel So Crazy, the photographer.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I'm like saying names like
No, when you say his handle, I know who that is.
Yeah, so he was like, oh, we want you to do like a, like how have you been doing the past time during COVID? And so that, he was just like, do the challenge, but put it in the video. I was like, okay, whatever. And I just threw it up, just that part alone, and just went out there. And barely ever came back.
You're like, dang.
It was crazy. It was really crazy. I wasn't expecting it at all.
Yeah.
Like, I just woke up to like crazy amount of views, and I was like, oh, what happened overnight? Or like,
girl, when I tell you, I was also watching that because I was also watching DJ Young Child's stuff, and I saw you on there, and I saw people like taking to you, and I was like, yeah, she is finally about to get these followers up. Mad excited because just to bring that attention to your page, because I believe you are like truly talented. And so it's just like, follow her. Yeah. Okay, cool. So if your followers were to know one thing about you that they don't know right now, what would it be?
I'll have the kids know. They swear all these kids are mine. I'm like, no, they're not. Like nobody knows.
Yeah.
What don't you guys know? I don't know why, but I feel like I feel like I put so many things out there about myself. Not technically through talking, but like you see my story and stuff like that. They're like, oh, okay, I get what kind of person she is. What don't you know? What don't you know? But they ain't no kidding.
Well, they gonna find that out today.
I have no idea. What is something that people would want to know? I have no clue.
I'm finding stuff out right now. So
like, what don't you know?
How many siblings do you have? I don't know.
Oh, well, I have an older sister and a younger sister.
Oh, okay, cool.
They just found out about the older sister.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you were posting her in your stories, yeah?
Yeah, the video that I just put up, it was me.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay, nice.
That's her.
Okay, cool.
She has all my children.
That's cool. So I know you're heavily into the Caribbean dance community. So is there anything that you would change as a Caribbean dancer? Like, is there anything in that community that you would change?
What I really gravitated to as far as my vision of what I wanted for soca and what I wanted for the culture was to just be able to have our own genre, and people can look and see that it is something that's developed and has formed, and there's certain movements that go to it and stuff like that. Yeah. So I think I wanted to be a part of that change and just bring in more attention to not so much the freestyling parts of it, but more so the choreographed parts of it. Like watching like Faluma, and even when Masha Montano came out with Road, that was like sick. Like, you know, like just those particular, and it wasn't necessarily all traditional movement, but bringing modern movement into that. And I think that's what I really want for soca, like to be able to look at a music video and being like, oh, those dancers are fire. Like, it's not just ass and jump up. Right. There's more to it. Right. So that's pretty much what I really wanted for soca, or for the culture, and for me, myself too. Right. I haven't choreographed as much, but even in March before the pandemic, I definitely did like a whole soca piece, like on stage. And it wasn't like, you know, too cutesy or trying to be too traditional. It was everything. It was raunchy. It was the sexy. It was the traditional. It was everything into one. So I definitely want to be able to bring all of that together. And just push that as soca rather than, you know, just freestyling. Gotcha. Awesome. So you mentioned for the culture, right? That's definitely a trending phrase that you hear today. So what does culture mean to you? So culture, I mean, we know the definition of it, but to me, it's more about it's just a social. I forgot the word I was going to say. Social.
Let it come back, Lord.
Well, I'm missing
it's
that
alright.
word.
We can piece it together.
I'm missing that word. I don't know what that word is.
I don't know. I can't give it to you.
You're right. You can't.
I can't give it to you.
So, I had it, then I lost it.
Yeah, it's okay. Hopefully it comes back.
So culture in general to me is obviously made up of many different things. You have your social parts of culture, it's the language, it's the way people react to each other within that particular genre of the culture. So you have like pop culture, music culture, you have hip hop culture, you have soca culture. There's all different types of cultures, and I think what people kind of get confused with is whether they have to be from this particular culture to be a part of the culture, which is totally different. You know? And I hate to like hear people be like, oh, she's not from there because da 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 da. But I feel like if you're a part of the culture, you understand what the culture means, what it represents, where you are as a person in that culture, and the way you contribute to it. That's like the definition of culture to me. It's more so about where you put yourself and how you relate to that particular culture, no matter what it is. You kind of went into my next question. So, well, I have two things for you. So explain how your culture ties into your creative process as a dancer and choreographer. Well, I mentioned this before. So it was like I got into not soca music. Soca music is my life. But like this morning, my mom's boyfriend was like, I don't know how you even know all this soca music and you grew up in the States. Like,
it is possible. Tell him to cut it out. It is very possible.
He's like, what? I don't even like remember these songs like that and I know them word for word.
Word for word.
So it's one of those things. It's kind of like I grew up on it. I grew up on soca music. Oh shoot, I forgot the question. What's the question? I'm like, let me make sure I'm stay on topic.
No, how does your culture tie into your creative process?
Okay.
No, you were getting there. But you got so long.
I was like, wait, I don't even know what question I'm answering. Okay, so soca is my life. And it ties into my creative culture because that's where my bloodline comes from. My dad's Jamaican, my mom's from St. Thomas. I grew up on the music, so naturally I was always dancing to it, but I didn't know how to choreograph to it.
Got it.
So as soon as I got to college and I took like my first Afro-Caribbean class, I was like, there it is. This was the missing link that I wanted to connect everything with. And believe it or not, I went to choreographic soca for like a long time, like from high school days. And I just didn't know what movement to do or how, you know, because I wasn't trained professionally like all my life.
Right.
So I pick up where I pick up, I see, I watch, and stuff like that. So definitely, it just comes from the love of it.
Yeah.
That's why it just ties into my creative process altogether.
Awesome. So, what do you think your contribution to the culture is?
As of right now, like where I am right now with my brand and everything, I think I bring that a sort of like a technique to the actual art of whining and learning how to do like certain waistline movements.
Yes.
Because like my waistline bully classes are literally just that, and I literally break it down from like contract release side to side. Like you will learn literally how to move your waist and to understand that it's not about like flinging ass or like just wait, like, you know, going crazy. It's literally something that you have to think about and you have to think about and ooh, dang it, these words they keep on my mind. I'm gonna go back a little bit, but
no, it's okay. But
so,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, yeah. So I think that's basically my contribution, like just being able to break down something so simple that everybody feels, and that's another thing. A lot of people feel like, dang, I'm Caribbean and I can't whine, like you know, like they feel like they're out of like. They're like ostracized from the community, basically. Right, your Caribbean card is kind of like reeling them back in, like, girl, you can whine, just gotta get into it, you know. So I think being able to provide a technique for this particular way of movement is my contribution.
Awesome. So I do want to add to that. I do want to say I've watched your YouTube, your waistline bully. I think you give like instructions on YouTube, and I must say I do love your vocabulary. I love how you break it down. I love everything about it. It's just like you show that whining is an art form, and that there is technique to it. It's not just, you know, whine your way, circle. Like you actually break it down and talk people through, you know, to make it make sense in a way. So I definitely kudos to you on that. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you have to respond as fast as you can. It's like one or the other. Okay, so it's like one or the other. Okay?
I should do the TikTok.
Right, exactly. I should put it up and like. Alright, you ready? Followers or friends?
Friends.
Teaching classes or performing?
Performing.
Soca or dance hall?
Soca.
Wine or twerk?
Wine.
Curry chicken or stewed chicken?
Curry chicken.
Okay. Sneakers or heels?
Sneakers.
TikTok or bubble?
Bubble.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
JetBlue or Delta?
Delta!
Blasphemy! What's wrong with you? Sorry. Hip hop or R&B?
R&B.
Splits or leg extensions?
Ooh, leg extensions.
Slow wine or fast wine?
Fast wine.
Dance technique or popularity?
Dance technique.
Nice. Awesome. Okay. So now
I like Delta because
what's wrong with you?
We get free Wi-Fi and stuff.
Oh my gosh! But you don't get those bomb ass peanuts like from JetBlue. No, I'm kidding.
Peanuts?
No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Delta always got the deals, girl.
They do. So now this part of the interview, this is the last part, and this section is called Cave In. So because you have to do it, you have to collapse in, you have to do it. So you're going to grab that glass bowl, right? Bring it towards you. You're going to mix it up and pick one and either read what's on there, and then you have to do it.
I have to do it.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh my God! I gotta get anything else.
What is it?
Freestyle for your life.
Let's see.
I gotta see.
And I'm gonna put my phone on shuffle. Freestyle feel like drop that back in there. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's see what we got
I'm about
here.
to freestyle on my Uggs.
Yep, right there. Boom. Stand up right there.
Oh Lord. My freestyle about to look crazy.
No, okay.
What song is this?
Make the girl them feel it. But we tell them, plenty girl to one man. That is what I like. It's Belmont I come from. Don't watch me to slide. When them girl and them ready to wind up the bumper, and they feel the bass running straight through the speaker. Tell them GBM in the area, and the ballin', bring the soca. Make girl wine and bend over. Yeah, raise the pressure. Watch the girl push the bumper. Bring the soca.
Hey, this is Kay.Lvoe, and you're getting to know me on Culture Kave.
Woo! Yay!
Tell them GBM in the area, and the ballin', bring the soca. Make girl wine and bend over. Yeah, raise the pressure. Watch the girl push the bumper. Bring the soca. Make girl wine and bend over. Yeah, raise the pressure. Watch the girl push the bumper.
Hi, my name is Kay.Lvoe. What was that? Do it over. You saw my hand? It went stupid.